easy. Sine 2 alpha, all you have to do is write it 2 sine theta cos theta. Then you substitute this fraction, that's all. So you don't have to do arc sine, get the value of theta. Nobody cares about that. Okay, comprehended? Good. Same here. We have sine and cos. You can use any in 5 because if you use the first one in equation 5, which is cos square minus sine square, you already have this, you already have this. So it's going to be square of this minus the square of this. Does that make sense? So if you use the second one, which is 2 cos square minus 1, 2 cos square means 2 times square of this minus 1. If you use the last one, 1 minus sine square, 1 minus 2 sine square, you use that. So you have 3 options to solve this. Who can tell me how to do this? Just divide these 2 answers. Is that what you mean?
Isn't it when you
the addition formula for tan?
Yeah.
You don't need to do that. It's a waste of time. All you have to do is, this is simply sine 2 theta divided by cos 2 theta, which you have already done in 1 and 2. Substitute, that's it. Okay? So no need to waste time. So for this is also easy, I believe. You have cos, you're looking for cos 2a. Cos 2a is written in 3 ways. But this time around, the only available result is in cos. So you only state the part that has to do with cos. So let's call that maybe 5b, for example. Does that make sense? Similarly, you have sine, you need cos. So what do we use? 5 what? 5c. Please talk to me. Understood? But you have to state it first. So I will expect you to write something like, from cos 2 phi is equal to 1 minus 2 sine square phi. Then this is equal to 1 minus 2 negative 2 over 3, like that. Then you simplify, that's all. Nothing more. Always refer to from where, from which identity, always write that first. And in the variable that is given in the question. So here I do not expect you to write from cos 2 theta. This has nothing to do with theta. Theta is just a variable, could be anything. Quickly here, sine alpha is this, but alpha is within this range. There's a reason for that. Remember all students take coffee?
Yes.
Sign of trig identities within the 4 quadrants. It means all are positive in the first quadrant. Only sine is positive in the second quadrant, which means cos and tan are negative. We will establish why that is that later. Only tan is positive here, and only cosine is positive here. Remember this? Here and here, you have to use that. So what is this and this? This is what angle? 180. What is this angle? 270. So they are telling you that this is in the 3rd quadrant. So you are using this quadrant where only tan is positive, which means others are negative. Why is that important? To get your cosine, you might be wondering, so how do I get cosine? Can somebody guess how to get cosine? Because if you know sine and cosine, then these are easy, right? So how do we get cosine?
Alpha first, arc sine.
Arc sine? No. So here, you are not supposed to go through the calculator way, find arc sine in your calculator, no. Just remember your Pythagorean identity. So it's going to be from sine square alpha plus cos square alpha is equal to 1. It means cos square alpha is equal to 1 minus sine square alpha, which means 1 minus negative 2/3 squared. Okay? Which means 1 minus 4 over 9, which is 5 over 9. And that means my cos alpha is plus or minus square root of 5 over 9. Do you agree? But in that quadrant, cosine is what? Negative. So which means my cos alpha is negative root 5 over 3. Since, you have to tell us why. Since Alpha is within this range. Does that make sense? Now that you have your cos alpha and sine alpha, you can get your, oh, this is actually the first question. But even if this is not the first question, this is what you must do first. Then you can get your sine 2 alpha in terms of both of them. And for your tan 2 alpha, you might want to get your cos 2 alpha first. Am I making sense? Then you can establish this. Are you lost? Understand? 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 Leo? Okay, good. So similarly here, think about the 4 quadrants. You have cos, but you do not have sine. Establish sine yourself, considering this condition. That's why the condition is there. Okay? The condition is not here because nobody cares. We don't need it. There's no restriction on this. Am I making sense? Is that okay, everyone? So this is where we'll stop. I will send pictures of those pages. You can continue to practice in line of this. And we'll talk on weekend on, I keep saying on weekend. We'll talk on the group to establish the exact time to meet on Monday. If indeed you guys are not on school on campus. Thank you. Sorry for